right, y'all, this is Our Take. This is Mark the Moderator.
Abe the Process, all day, every day.
All right, Abe, this is not going to be a fun topic for you because of the team you root for in the NBA, but that's okay because we talk sports. But what is your take on having Kemba Walker in New York now?
Yo, I like Kemba Walker, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like Kemba. I like the Knicks, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing, but
that's why I know I ain't shake my head. I ain't following you on that.
Nah. Yo, man, they always say the running joke is, it's not always good to play for your hometown. But I think at this point, bringing Kemba back to the crib is noble. I think it's gonna be enjoyable watching him play. I don't know how much he got left, and I ain't saying he's like over the hill. I'm not sure how much Kemba got left in him, but I think he's gonna bring some excitement to MSG. What I do find interesting is you got Kemba now, and I was just trying to figure out now, what do you do with this whole Isaiah Quickly, Derrick Rose thing? You understand what I'm saying?
Who's Isaiah Quickly?
What's the
Emmanuel Quickly?
I'm not a Knicks fan. Pardon me. I said Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly. You got Derrick Rose is still a Knick, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got Kemba. They all play the same position. How do they fit? Do you play them on the court at the same time? How does that work out, Mark? Tell me.
Well, listen, a couple ways, a couple things. I think you're going to start Kemba. End of the day, you're going to start. You're going to start Kemba.
Fine coming off the bench.
Right, Derrick Rose coming off the bench, and also you're going to go with a 3-guard lineup at times. You're going to go with 2 bigs. And you're going to go small at times. Emmanuel Quickly minutes is going to be affected by this move. Derrick Rose is going to get his minutes. Quickly it's going to be a real tempo type of offense and tempo type of minutes. It's all according to what these guys are going to be doing.
So how do you feel about that potentially affecting Quickly's growth? So, that's always the conversation. Like, this kid was good and yada, yada. I wish we had Gordon on this, but I'm really seeing Gordon right now.
No, because wait, because the homerism I can't deal with. Okay? Because just remember, Emmanuel Quickly was anointed by him last year as being this great point guard that the Knicks have found. And all of a sudden, he is the heir apparent and all this and that. And then it showed out that that's not the case. He got time. The thing is this, Quickly's a rookie. He's not the impactful player that we know that he is. So, as you look at it, kid, he needs time to grow. This is how you grow a kid. That needs a 2 to 3, 4 year window before you really see what he really is. And this is how you do it. Throwing him into the fire and then losing him isn't the way to go. And I think it's a smart move to have a Kemba, to have a Rose, to tutor this kid on how to play in this league. Because if you notice something, I keep saying it, inconsistent jump shot. He only got a floater. He's not a great passer. He's a 2 playing the 1, really. Which really, he's more like Derrick Rose than anything else because he can get to the basket, he can run off the pick and roll, but he has a floater. His floater game is sick. But outside of that, what else is he giving you? He isn't a high assist guy. He's not a rebounder. So it's like, he's hit or miss. What you can't have a team that is, you feel on the upswing, put it in the hands of a guy that a point guard who's hit or miss.
So is it more so than, so I think because sometimes what happens is when you get players, right, you always say that one got to do with the next player that's on your roster. I'm getting this guy because this guy on my roster really may not be the guy at this point, whatever the case is. Or right. In this case, I think this is more of, you got the opportunity to get Kemba. You know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to bring Kemba back to the crib. You get Kemba, you know what you got in Kemba. You don't have the greatest defensive player, but he could get buckets when it matters, when he's on.
There's another piece of that puzzle, which you just brought up. Kemba has an injury history.
Right. That's
so
true.
Kemba gets hurt.
What was his number like? They got him on the cheap, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah,
because he got brought out, right?
Because he was brought out. So
he
they
was
got. I think it's a $5 to $6 million deal at best. They're not paying a lot. And if you get hurt, you go back to the quickly Rose setup. And if he doesn't, you got a 3-guard rotation that each night, all according to the tempo. This is what you will play if guys are on. And Rose to me is the most solid player of those three.
And hold up, did they re-sign my man that used to play for Philly? Oh man, homeboy, that was Alec Burks. They re-signed Alec Burks as well.
No, I think Burks left. What was
I think they re-signed him. I think they gave him.
Listen, I'm gonna find out. So I'm not sure. They re-signed Burks.
Okay, so it's not like you got all right. So they kind of clipped up in the backcourt to some degree.
Well, Burks. He's a 2 anyway.
He's a bona fide 2. He's a bona fide 2. But what I'm saying is that Kemba is a 1-2. Kemba's like one of those guys you could go 1-2. If they go small and Kemba and Rose, I would really like to see Kemba and Rose on the court at the same time. That'd be very interesting. Seeing that lineup. I'm just, I've spoken to a lot of Knicks fans. And there's some Knicks fans that I've spoken to personally that are like, yo, they don't believe in Emmanuel quickly. They think he's a flash man. So I'm like, okay, really? So I'm asking, that's why I asked you, okay, so what was Kemba for? Was Kemba for, I'm not sure about Emmanuel quickly?
Let me say it again. I am not a Mitchell Robinson fan. I think this experiment has went on long enough. It's not a kid that I'm really high on. Once again, Emmanuel quickly, we're going to see what he is. Yo, it goes back to the same thing. It's gonna take some time. Most of these, I keep saying it. Most of these guys getting drafted is 2 to 3 year players, possible 4-year players. They're not immediate impact, walk in the league, game changers anymore. Now, yes, the top echelon, maybe. I mean, after Zion, what real walk in the league impact player do we really have? A lot of these guys are pieces that really fit in. That's what it is. Just like right now, we can have this conversation. I keep hearing about Summer League. Oh, this dude is this. Yo, this dude is that. I'm like, dog, it's Summer League. They're playing against their peers.
Yeah, look, those Summer League is Olive Garden. Let's call it.
Kid. There's no defense being played. There's no schemes. Dudes out there running around. I'm like, it's Summer League. How do you put so much stock in Summer League is beyond me. Now, of course, these kids are talented, but it's going to take some time to see impact from these good dudes.
And most of these kids ain't even going to see the court. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to see the court. That's why
teams do not play 12 players.
Right, 100%. Well, actually, if you're a Philly fan, that's a whole nother story.
I'm being honest.
It's okay to play 12 players. I don't know, Doc, because be wow. Doc goes 10 deep, like in the playoffs. Who does that, boy? But it's an anomaly, though. I agree with you. It's an anomaly that you have those guys coming in, even lighting up Summer League. You got guys that light it up overseas, and they still don't see the light of day. They still coming off. They still riding the pond. So I agree with that totality.
And mind you, they're going to get minutes, but it's not going to be impactful minutes. You're going to have a night here, a night there, but these guys are not coming in, putting the franchises on their shoulders. Right. A lot of these guys is playing. I mean, it's not the case, man. That's why I said, a lot of times fans jump up and say things, and I'm like, dog, it's Summer League, man. Preseason ain't even happened yet. You can't put a lot of stock in it. But dudes like, we done found a gym and all this and that. Kid, it's Summer League.
Yeah, I don't follow Summer League. But shout out to Kemba, man. Welcome home, Kemba.
Listen, it's something to see. To have him here, it's going to be able to see if he can handle the pressure. Because at the end of the day, even though it's Kemba Walker, there's going to be a sense of, come on, Kemba, we're happy you are here. Show us something.
Right, I got you. And based off of what if the Knicks are, see, my whole thing is, let's say the Knicks remain relatively in the same place they were last year.
4th place.
Does Kemba change that at all? Does he move the needle? You know what I mean? Like, that's really the question. I always say that, get me to where I gotta get the following year, but what player that you bring in or what do you bring in that moves the needle? So I think that's remained to be seen. I think a few years ago with Kemba, maybe 4 years ago getting Kemba, I said, listen, this moves the needle.
It's a different conversation.
Yeah, this is a conversation. Now we're talking a damaged goods Kemba. You know what I'm saying? Kemba that can't stay on the court. So
and scheme wise, you don't know what the scheme that they're going to run with him. Are they going to try and run with him? Is it bringing the ball up, half court? Right. What's the scheme? We don't know yet. It's too early to tell. It's going to be interesting. Also, the Knicks cannot sneak up on anybody this season. You ain't catching nobody. You ain't snuffing nobody no more. No, it's not happening. So it's going to be an interesting year coming up, and I think Kemba coming here adds to it. But we still don't have that bona fide. Come on, jump on my shoulders. Let's get this done. You don't have a Dame Lillard. You don't have a big name.
Let's be clear too. I ain't even gonna listen. If you being real, I in the NBA particularly, I hate when players get paid. I know like they're supposed to, but I say that cynically, meaning that I feel like when guys get paid, they don't be playing the same, man.
Call some names out. Call some names out.
Listen, is Julius Randle gonna be the same guy now that he got a little bit of a bag? It's Embiid.
Hold on. But when you say that, at the same token, kid, Julius Randle has gotten paid. This is second time around.
Yeah, but he got more this go around, right?
Yeah, he got more, but he's gotten paid there in the past. I mean, he isn't a.
Now you getting paid at NY. That's all I'm saying. You know
I got you. Listen. I think Randle is going to be Randle. What happened to him in the playoffs exposed him to his first playoff run, what it's like. This is going to be interesting with the follow-up. If he's not the goods this year, it's going to be a problem. He's going to have to follow up this year.
So the playoffs is synonymous with what you said. In the regular season, you stockpile numbers, whatever. We said about a myriad of players all the time. Playoffs is different. Now I gotta play. You see me every night, Julius. You're not sneaking up on me.
Not sneaking on nobody, kid.
10 and 5. No. You're not doing that. And I'm scheming to stop you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I say, guys that get paid, I'll throw it out there. Embiid, he got the bag that's good. My man, you got to stay on the court, man.
Let's have that conversation, though. We got to have that conversation next because I want to get your take on the whole Philly situation coming in, because Philly's in a very interesting situation, kid, especially now that they paid the big man. So now it's going to be interesting on what they're going to do. So y'all, this is our take. We're going to be right back to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. Peace.